Hey guys, how are you? Welcome, week number 6. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. I want to congratulate you first and foremost for being troopers and doing your work and getting everything done. Believe it or not, I recognize that all that you do is a lot of work for you guys, especially because you are living a normal life. You're doing stuff. You're working. You have families. You have responsibilities. So I understand that this is an added part to it, but it is worth it. I promise you, it's worth it at the end when you graduate and your loved ones see you walking on stage, and even self rewarding. You should be proud that you're taking the steps to accomplish this. I don't remember the stats anymore, but I think there was like a 40% of the, or maybe even less, of the American population complete an associate's degree, and then that's reduced even further for a bachelor's, and then even further for a master's. And of course, it's in the single digits by the time you get to PhDs and doctorates. So I commend you for your efforts. I commend you for your dedication. You will be part of an elite group of people that have succeeded in this area of education and academia. You should be proud of yourself for being there. So continue to do the work, continue to put in the effort. It is worth it at the end. So let's talk about last week. Let's talk about this week. Let's talk about next week. All right. So last week, our discussion was surrounded in regards to the difference between a manager and a leader. So I want to thank you for your participation in that conversation. It is greatly appreciated for all the efforts that you guys put into this class. I do hope that it's helping you at some level and that you are taking some information and adapting it to everyday life. So we are now entering week number 6 in our course, which leads us to motivation of employees as well as organizational effectiveness and team environments and the group dynamics and all that good stuff. And although there's a lot of information there that I want you to focus on, we're also coming towards an end of our time together. So I add this to pretty much our last discussion. This discussion deals with a gentleman by the name, or his name was Dr. Randy Potash. Dr. Potash was a professor in Carnegie Mellon, and at Carnegie Mellon they used to have this circuit that they called the last lecture, and the last lecture really was exactly what it sounds like. If a professor had one more opportunity to speak to their students, what would that lecture sound like? What would it be? What was the last thing I would tell, or the professor would tell their students? And he does that, and he does it very well. And I will say that this is an actual book. It's called The Last Lecture by Randy Potash. I recommend it. I'm pretty sure you can find it in a PDF. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to buy it. You could also see videos on YouTube of this and so on. But it's a great, 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 great book. And it was actually one of the motivating factors when I left industry to become a teacher. So it actually impacted my life in regards to making the decision to move into the academics and to the world of academia. So I am connected in regards to this because it helped me and it motivated me move into this position. And as you all know, I've enjoyed this process. I've enjoyed this journey. It's given me a fulfilling goal in my life to be a part of people's journey and process. So I encourage you to watch the video. It is a little lengthier than our average video, so please make sure you take time to do that. And then I would like for you to create your own personal statement of purpose. Why is it that you're doing this? Like, there's going to be times, guys, where school it either becomes your priority and you make sure you complete it, or it becomes something you put aside. And I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of students get to this point and then halfway through the process say, it's not worth it, and put it aside. And I also want you to make these connections that education is not just about making more money, which I understand that many of you are in that position where you want to get more education to get more money, but it's also something that you pass on and give to you raise a standard to the people that come after you. So for my wife and I, who grew up with nobody in our families graduating college. Some of us have parents that didn't even graduate high school. Graduating college was a huge accomplishment, so it was a huge thing. And I look at it in my personal world. Education was a door, a key to raise a standard in my family. So when my kids were born, my wife was finishing college, and then I finished college and I graduated and I got my MBA, and my kids got to go to that graduation and see their dad. And then I got the opportunity to become, as you know, the teacher of the year for the state of Georgia. And I gave a commencement speech, and my kids were there to see that. So for us, it was more than just making more money. It was raising a standard. And now, as you know, both of my kids are now in college finishing their undergrad, and my son is going to continue to become a doctor, a PA. So there is something to be said about pushing your family and everyone else forward. So I admire you for what you're doing. I'm looking forward to reading your purpose, statements of purpose, and your why you're doing this. Because when times get difficult and you start putting aside things, I hope that you reach a point where you don't put aside your education, your future, the future of those around you. So this isn't just for you, it's for everyone else. So for all you parents out there that are out there fighting and working hard to provide for your family and going to school, I understand you. I see you. I know that it's hard, but it's worth it. It's worth it not just for you, but it's worth it for everyone else that comes beside you. So, guys, I will put up one more video next week just saying goodbye. But in the meantime, next week, you do not have anything due because it's Thanksgiving week. So there's no homework due for that week. So a good time to just wind down and relax, because week number 7 in our course, technically week number 8, will be your final week. And all that is a couple chapters plus your final, and you'll have a video where I say goodbye. So it's been fun. It's been great. It's been a journey. Guys, if you haven't registered for spring, please do so. And if you haven't filled out that survey, please do that for me. I appreciate it very much. Other than that, guys, I think that's it. I had my cup of coffee today. It was an espresso. It's always hard to understand how my fingers go here, that machine. So, if you're ever in Dalton, stop on by, say hi, come drink a cup of coffee with me, and let's just talk about life. So, guys, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. It's raining today. It is Tuesday. Tomorrow, I train some people in Floyd County, so I'll be in Rome. So, if you're in Rome, if you spot me, say hi. And then today I go to Shaw, tomorrow Floyd, and then Thursday again in Shaw and Dalton, and Friday I'm gonna work from home. So it's gonna be a crazy week, and then next week slows down, and that's it, guys. I hope that you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe, and we will talk soon. Adios, my friends.